Well, welcome. We're going to preview the TAB Adelaide Cup. It's coming up on Friday night this week. It's approaching very fast, and what a big night it's going to be. It always is, the TAB Adelaide Cup. And the two men next to me here are going to help me preview the big night. Lachlan Stace from Greyhound Racing SA and also does some race schooling. How are you, Lachie?
Yeah, good, Tim. Big night, Friday night. What a final we have on hands. It's going to be one of the best Adelaide Cups. So reckon in recent memory we could field together. It's a top quality field. Yeah,
it certainly is, Lachie. Todd Gray, our regular form analyst, I guess, and our tipster on the Twitter feed. Todd, welcome aboard.
Thank you. Yeah, what a time to be alive. Who doesn't get excited around this time of year, Adelaide Cup time?
Yeah, it certainly is an exciting time. Look, so many great Adelaide Cups have been here in the past. We've enjoyed most of them, and pretty much all of them we've enjoyed, but there's been some wonderful finishes over the years, and I thought we'd discuss a couple of the key moments in the past few years, Todd, in regards to Cup winners. I see you've got a bit of momentum or memorabilia right in front of you there.
Yeah, look, I'm going to be a bit biased here. One of my favourite Cups was actually 7 years before I was born. My grandfather John, my uncle Howard, trained a Adelaide Cup winner, Youthful Prince. Timmy was his kennel name.
Right.
He took it out in 1980. So obviously, that's always sat close to myself. Dad still talks about it now, talks about the dog a fair bit as well. And on a personal front, Whippy's Image is one of my favourites. I mean, when Whippy's Image took it out, once again, being a bit biased, still to this day, one of my biggest results in the punt.
So, yeah, right. Now, which year was that, Todd?
2008, I believe, for Whippy's Image, if I'm not going to cheat.
2008.
1980 for Timmy.
All right, a memorable moment, obviously, for the Gray family. Lachie, what about you over the years? What's been the highlight?
I'm probably going to steal your one here, Timmy. Hooked on Scott.
It was a good year, wasn't it?
What a call.
Run. It was just such an electric feeling there on track that night. The crowd noise in the background and the exciting finish. It was just one of the best races to watch overall when it comes to Adelaide Cup finals. Obviously, when you talk about the greats, you put that run probably up there with Brett Lee back in 2001 with that sizzling time over the 5:15 at Angle Park. But hooked on Scotch, that run, as far as from a visual standpoint, was probably one of the most memorable Adelaide Cups overall for me personally, for one I've witnessed in person.
Yeah, I think it had it all that night. I think many people thought Hooked on Scotch would probably lead that night, but he didn't. He had to come from behind, and it was a wonderful memory. And I guess Seneca and Whiskey, you're right, they're top line dogs, and the way that Hooked on Scotch was able to run them down.
To the outside, Hooked on Scotch running on. Whiskey Riot Seneca, Whiskey Riot Seneca, Hooked on Scotch flying. Oh my goodness! Hooked on Scotch has absolutely sprouted wings.
Even watching that replay, you're watching the replay and you still go, he can't win. No, You've watched the replay. I know he's won, but he can't win. And it was incredible.
For mine, boys, it's El Gallo. Going back many years ago, I was doing a similar role to what you were doing, Lachie, out on course that night. Brenton Yates was upstairs calling the action, and I was out the front. I was just amongst all the crowd that night, and El Gallo, obviously, and it was Skull Murphy, the South Australian star, who was trying to run him down and just couldn't get there. It was a thrilling cup, and to be outside hearing the crowd roar, they wanted Skull to win, and of course he just couldn't get there, and El Gallo was able to eventually win the cup.
Comes Skull Murphy, El Gallo in front, Skull Murphy's charging now, El Gallo hangs on, El Gallo from a gallant Skull Murphy.
It's going to be very interesting this Friday night. Wow, she's fast. I think she's probably a different calibre of dog compared to the ones we just talked about there.
Yeah.
But it is box 5, it is only her third time looking at the track, looking at that one solo trial she did, and then a match race. This is going to be her first time in the field, so that's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, you touched on wow, she's fast. She's the favourite for the Cup, Toddy. Now, what about her style of racing, and what about, I guess, she's only had the 2 runs in about 8 or 9 weeks. Is that a concern leading into an Adelaide Cup final?
Well, for me, yes, it is. Like, I'm not going to can her. I'm not going to risk her, but I think she is short enough. Look, I can't come at her from the guts draw. It's one of those draws, as you know, with the Class E. You blink, you miss it, you're done just about. It brought Aston Rupee undone. Look, what can you say about a dog which has won, 1.6 mil or something like that in prize money already? It's hard to say she can't win. But I just can't come into the draw from her. Yeah, I she'll be fully fit for the run, I have no doubt. But I am a little bit worried that there's a dog next to her, Photo Man, I think might benefit from the run at the track, jump a bit better, and just give it that little nudge in that first 20 metres. That's what I'm worried about.
And wow, she's fast. What odds are we thinking she's going to get out to? Will she touch black figures?
Yeah, I think she'll stay around what she is now. I don't see her drifting out too much. I might be wrong. There might be punters keen to take a nibble on some of the other runners in the race, considering she is drawn box 5. But I think she'll stay around that price she is now, around that $1.75 mark. Maybe stretching out to touching $1.90, but I don't see her stretching out further than that, in my personal opinion.
What do you think, Todd?
I think Lockie's pretty much hit the nail on the head there. Look, I think she will drift out. I think $1.80, $1.90 is the right places. Look, there's been a few markets spec'd already. She's drifted out a point or two. No, I don't think you're going to get black. As much as I'm saying, I think she's a half a risk. She doesn't deserve to be black figures. Not with her resume, even from the gut straw.
Who's the best South Australian chance?
I have to go with Mally Magic. I don't think the draw is ideal. I think she has one that shift out a bit, but she could get that little gun run sit behind the 2, because I think the 2's got to be leading to the post, and I just want to sit there and virtually, if it was a trot race, just wait for the cheat lane and the home turn, and then finish strong.
Yeah. What about you, Mally Magic?
Mally Magic, agree. From box 1, big time performer. Probably the early speed in the race might be a little bit of a concern for him, but I think he's probably the best SA chance, looking at her heats last week and looking at his overall record.
Yep. What are we tipping, Todd? Are we tipping Wow She's Fast?
No, I'm going to stick. I've got to be honest. I've got a little all-in bet on Mally Magic, so it's easy to follow the heart when the wallet's attached to it. I do like, and even now, I do like Mally Magic each way. I'd rather be on Mally Magic the place than Wow She's Fast the win. They're pretty much the same odds. So I am going Mally Magic the 1. I'm going to put Fernando Mick in for second, because I really couldn't split the 2. Wow She's Fast, I'm not counting her that much. I have to put her in for third, and you'll know your fate within 50 metres. If she goes straight to the front, I'm just going to be looking at the clock and put my hand up saying I'm wrong. And Photo Man for the first 4. He's kind of the bookie's hope for mine. He's the boil over chance.
All right, so Wow She's Fast for you, just over Mally Magic. Lockie?
Yeah, I've gone Wow She's Fast on top. To beat Mally Magic, I'll throw again Fernando Mick for third, number 3, and fourth, number 4, Zippy Tesla. So I went 5, 1, 3, 4. I think that's probably how the race is going to pan out, and I think Wow She's Fast will be very hard to beat.
Yeah, look, I'm tipping Wow She's Fast as well. I think she'll win. I think she's the best greyhound in the world right now, and I think she doesn't have to lead to win. So I'm tipping Wow She's Fast on top. I think Photo Man can run the Quinella. I liked his run last week. I thought he'll improve on that performance. And at this stage, I'm tossing up between Mally Magic and Dusty Burbsky in for third and fourth. I think one of those two can run in the trifecta spot. But look, guys, it's going to be a fantastic night. Adelaide Cup night is always buzzing with atmosphere, and hopefully we get some good weather, and we're all going to sit back and look forward to watching the race unfold, and hopefully we get a really close finish, and hopefully it's one of the South Australians, or even better still, maybe the track record's broken again. It's so much uncertainty coming to these big races.
Yeah, it is, and it must be exciting for you as well, coming to call another Group 1 event, Adelaide Cup night. Obviously, it will be a great atmosphere here at Angle Park on Friday night as well. Big crowd, and I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah,
it's funny when you're calling the races, boys. It's I've been lucky enough to call 3 or 4 now, and I've been lucky enough to call Fernando Bale breaking the $1 million. I was also lucky enough to call Hooked on Scotch doing what he did. So I'm sort of hoping for a close finish, but whatever way it goes, it's going to be a fantastic race. But I think we all agree it's going to be a wonderful night, and we look forward to it.
100% indeed. Yeah.